crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. All the crazy shit I did tonight, those will be the best memories. I just wanna let it go for the night. That would be the best therapy for me. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey.
Hey there. If you're under 16, this is important. From December 10, you'll need to be 16 or over to have... Balance go to Australian Government Canada.
More hot offers. Sale ends November 19. T's and C's apply. Shop now and get playtime right on target.
With a little ambition, you can go from A to anywhere. Like reaching the top of your own personal peak. Or bearing on to a room full of strangers. Powered by a full tank of fuel, a quick EV charge, and snacks on the go. Airport, Australia's own.
stopped ahead. You've got wheel damage. Looks like one of your wheels is out of alignment. You'll have less grip out there.
Sorry, man. Cruise ship said midline was exit speed. Over, bro. This is a skill tester.
Right side. Clear on the right. Slow car ahead. Go left. 11.856. Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. All clear. Punch it. telling us they won't accept the way you're driving. Your laps won't count until you reset the car and start over. Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Good evening and welcome to GSRC round 7 of Indy NXT. Tonight we have a 45 lap race with 65-minute time certain. We have live race control in the race tonight, so if you need something reviewed, politely inform us if the lap number and car number to be reviewed. There will be one random safety car tonight between lap 10 and lap 35.
Radio check.
Instant comms if you're communicating with RC and critical info only. This is your only warning. Reminder that lap on incidents may incur harsher penalties. Good luck and have fun.
One to go. Next time by, line up on the right side. You'll have to stop for more fuel before the race is over. Pit road is closed right now. The estimated SOF is 2,813. Let's take opportunities.
T minus 30 seconds.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
Race starts in
You have
10
2 additional
seconds.
sets of tyres for this race. Be smooth and have a good run. Waiting on the final
Okay,
car to
Craig,
grid.
we'll be in the mid-pack here. We're expecting you to finish in position 8. The track temp is 24 Celsius. The air temp is 21. Strength of field is 2,800.
We're going to go too far around the final, so I missed the first.
This is a rolling start. Follow car number 74. Safety car speed is 74 kilometers per hour.
Get ready, going green. The pace
you ready?
car is in. There's an incident behind.
Go, nail it. Left side. 3 wide, you're on the right.
You're on the right. 3 wide. Still there. Stay on the right.
On your left. Clear left.
Clear on the left.
B7. Left side.
Keep to the right.
Clear left.
Clear.
No, don't panic. Come on, Craig. B8.
There's an incident behind. up now should get us to the end.
Eighth place. Yellow flag, watch out. Rolly, he's entering the pits. He's in P14. I think he'll be close in front of you when he exits. Alright Craig, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
12.443.
Left side. Clear left.
Clear on the left.
There's an incident in turn 11. It looks like Watson and Rooker. There's an incident in turn 1. We think it might be Lipski.
You got it, slow car on the right.
Incident in turn 3. Looks like it's Lipski.
There's an incident behind. The leader is running 11.335.
Car left. Clear left.
You're on the left.
There's an incident in turn 5. It looks like it's Capel. Heads up, there's a car exiting the pits.
12.24. Fitting now.
Okay, Craig, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
12.1.
We think you'll be out of fuel next lap.
Is now leading.
Two litres remaining. Hit this lap, in this lap.
You should fit to refuel. The leader's fitting now.
Car left. Clear left.
Clear. Left
Clear
side,
left.
clear on the left.
Box in 340 metres.
Pit box in 10.
Box in
Five.
5, 4,
3,
3,
2,
2, 1.
Right here.
Box now. Front left 92%, left rear 88.
Okay, punch it.
Exit looks clear. Incident in. Turn 11. There's an incident in. Turn 1. We think it might be Capel. Yellow flag. You've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them. Okay, Craig. The next car is Capel. Car number 918. And their rating is 5.1. The fuel window will open on lap 30. It'll end on lap 30. We have no recorded pit timings. Don't expect reliable fuel estimates. There's an incident in. Turn 9. It looks like Capel. Yellow flag. There's a car leaving the pit lane. Incident in. Turn 11. It looks like Capel.
12.631.
P8. There's an incident in. Turn 1. It looks like it's Daniel.
You got a slow car on the right. Car stop on the right.
Incident in. Turn 5. We think it might
Go
be
left.
Raleigh.
That car is a lap down. Running 11.325. Car 441 is up the front.
Right side's clear.
Clear on the right. 11.789.
P8. There's an incident in turn 9. It looks like Lipski.
Go right.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Car 32, question your toe.
Car left. Clear left.
Clear on the left.
Car 32, setting the request, good to go.
11.892. Running 11.473.
There's an incident in turn 1. Looks like it's Lipski. There's an incident in turn 4. We think it might be Lipski. Car left, clear left.
Clear on the left. That car is the lap down.
Come on, that's the stuff. Well done, Craig. Incident in turn 5. It looks like Maverick. The car in front of us is Daniel, car number 985, and their rating is 4.2. Alright Craig, you're reeling Daniel in. The gap is 4.3 seconds.
On the right.
There's an incident in turn 5. It looks like it's Harris.
Go left.
P6. Only 2 laps of fuel left. think it might be Davis. Okay, Craig. Pit window is open. This is the last lap of fuel. That was at 111.7. Coming to the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap. 2 litres remaining.
Don't forget to pit for more fuel. The lead consider 20.012.
Box in 340 metres.
Pit boxing 10.
Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right here. Okay, go.
Box now. The exit's clear.
On the right. You are out of time. In single file. Closed. Pit road is closed. Catch up. 40 car. Catch up. 40 car.
P5. There's an incident in turn 5. We think it might be Brooker. There's an incident in turn 6. It looks like Bull. Incident in turn 7. It looks like it's Bull. There's an incident in turn 9. Looks like it's Bull.
Carbide. You had the position when the yellow flag came out. Pit road's open.
Okay, Craig, the next car is Maze,
go,
car
next
number
time by.
40, and their rating is 3.4.
Hang on, we're not going green, not going green. Hang on, we're not going green, not going green.
32, I need you to unlock yourself.
Okay.
Letter 32, car by. Letter 918, car by.
There's an incident in turn 1. We think it might be Bull. Incident in turn 5. It looks like Nixon. There's an incident in turn 6. It looks like Bull. There's an incident in turn 9. It looks like it's Capel. Incident in turn 7. We think it might be Nixon. There's an incident in turn 9. It looks like it's Bull.
One to go, next time by.
There's an incident in turn 1. It looks like Bull. Incident in turn 5. We think it might be Harris, Daniel, and Chapman. There's an incident in turn 7. It looks like Watson.
20 minutes to go.
There's an incident in turn 8. We think it might be Bull. Incident in turn 9. It looks like it's Bull.
About About to go green. Stay focused.
There's an incident in turn 11. We think it might be Maze. There's a big pile up in turn 10.
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. 31.875. Go left.
There's an into turn 1. It looks like
You're on the left.
Watson.
Clear
Clear
on.
right.
Clear all around.
Yeah, race control, car 985, lap 35 please.
985, lap 35.
Second that.
The car ahead is Nixon, car number 02, B license, and their rating is 4.1. P3, you reel in Nixon in, the gaps are now 1.5. To Nixon ahead is now 1.1. speed is now 1.0. P3. Okay, Craig, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
11.134.
Clear right.
Clear on the right.
Laps left. We're on for a podium here.
Last lap.
Last lap. Bring it on home. Come on, Craig.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Podium finish. Excellent stuff. Let's try and keep this momentum going.
Over.
Come again.
Good job. Very good job. There's an incident ahead.
Good racing tonight. We'll be in the race control green room for a few minutes after the race. We're going to come in and talk about any penalties or incidents in the end there.
That's the end of the session.
Mav is one of those guys, you know, you can go wheel to wheel with him and you can trust him 100% and you end up with a result like that. Not the result Mav would have liked, being passed at the end there, but I absolutely guarantee you he would be the first guy to absolutely appreciate a pass like that.
100%, and of course, Adam didn't necessarily need that in relation to his fight to hold on to the championship lead with Stephen Bull. Bull was clinical. He got the win at Portland, and he got the win at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. So he's on a run at the moment. He wasn't here for round 1, but he's won rounds 3, 5, and 7. So you're probably not backing him in next week at the Texas Motor Speedway, but you'd have a punt on him for Barber Motorsport Park, considering he's winning 5 rounds of the championship at the moment. That's the third one of the season. Puts him well and truly back in the mix as far as the championship is concerned. Well done to Stephen Bull. We'll hear from him in just a moment. And what was... I can't actually see that at the moment. Worked out with 10 laps to go. What's that comment coming through there from Brett? Was it Brett Bradbury or somebody else?
10 laps to go that these things have pushed to pass.
Yeah.
Oh, Brett.
and John O'Harris describing his night as rough for position number, but still position number 5 from 4th on the grid. Well done, Jono. Great work, mate. We'll hear from Stephen Bull in a moment. There's the sorry, folks. I had the smaller of the 2 screens. I had studio mode being sent through to me at the time, not the full screen, so that's why I was struggling to read Brett Bradbury's comment. I am reading my glasses, but the font was just a little bit too small in that instance. Stephen Bull, Victor. 2.6 seconds in the end. Connor Nixon in for 2nd. Craig Bond in for 3rd. And I think I'm right in saying that that's his first podium in this Open Wheel Series. Dan Yeaman in for 4th. John O'Harris. Then Lockie Cable, a good recovery in them, but still a case of what might have been for him. Adam Laver, Sam Chapman, Martin Davis, and Brett Bradbury, the top 10. Well, hey, you worked out with 10 laps to go, but at least you got a top 10. Let's look at the positives. Well done, mate. Nice drive. Held off Bevan Moyes in the end. And then we go back to Martin Lipsky, Luke Brooker, Edward Rollo, and then Marcus Watson will be classified, but of course shows 10 laps down and on pit road for a very lonely, very frustrating 16 minutes at the end of the piece. Just under an hour it took for Stephen Bull to get the job done tonight for Rapid Team Rennsport, and he's the first cab off the rank in the post-race show in just a moment. Siobhan McKernan, a retirement due to packet loss. Sam Cullen, a retirement as well. That's all she wrote as far as round 7 is concerned. The road ahead, Texas Motor Speedway, Barber Motorsport Park, and the road course at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So it's a full American stretch for the back end of the season. In fact, we did away with the flyaway rounds before we got to the halfway point of the campaign. We've been to Spa, we've been to the Red Bull Ring. The rest of the season has been in the United States of America. Final overall campaign next week. I'm disappointed to be missing that one because Texas always produces good racing, but
fantastic track.
That was phenomenal. And we've got a heap of praise to pass out here, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll get to that as we go. But props to you, Stephen Bull. Clinical performance. Third win of the season. 3, 5, 7, and maybe 9 as well. Are we backing you in to try and get a win in an even week at any point?
I'll give it a go, but no promises.
Talk to me about the challenges of that tonight, mate. I mean, last week, tricky. Oval racing's always tricky, but polar opposite this week. Straight course, concrete canyon. I mean, the walls lie close on an oval, but they seem to bite harder here on the streets of California. You did what you needed to do tonight. You saw off the early thread of Lockie Cable. He then made a mistake, and that just played right into your wheelhouse, mate, because it gave you the upper hand and you didn't look back. Even when the field came back to you under caution, you said challenge accepted, and you still went out and put 3 seconds on them in the final 11 laps of the race. That was probably the most dominant performance I've seen from you so far this season. Well done.
Yeah, definitely. First time I've probably not put a foot wrong in one of the races. I think every race I can point to some incident or stuff up that's made it a lot more challenging than it otherwise might have been. But it was a very tough race despite, not being involved in the battles. I struggled a lot with turn 5, turn 6 coming into the race. Did a bunch of practice and looks like it's paid off.
Let me ask you this, because really hard to follow your progress when everything was happening behind you, right? There was battles that we were trying to follow whilst also keeping tabs on where you were on the racetrack. Obviously, it would have been nice to go toe-to-toe with Lockie and have another out-and-out fight with him. Unfortunately, that wasn't to be. So just how lonely did it become out there?
I never really felt it. Eyes were definitely on the relative all the time. And, knowing through those first 2 stints, not knowing when the safety car is going to come, they're going to be right on you when it does. And, I was just sort of thinking about what am I going to do if the safety car comes and sort of just, prepping for that last sprint race.
And, by the way, unlucky with lap car on one hand, credit to Bondi on the other for finding the pace on 44 and 45 to keep him at bay. Exactly, Dan Yeaman. Well done. Good work from you. And nice drive through the field from 9th to 4th. And that was the point, actually, I was going to come to next. Yeaman's kind of steered me there perfectly in the sense that, Steve, we noticed that Dan was up to his usual tricks. He played the strategy game almost faultlessly. He knew that the critical lap, given that he was able to go 17 laps in his opening stint, he knew the critical lap was going to be lap 28, 17 in, 11, and then 17 home. And then immediately, we saw you on pit lane the following time through at the start of lap 29. Was that always the plan of attack for you, or did you respond, as Joe Baldwin quite rightly suggested you had to Yeaman's tactical move?
I could have gone one more. It was always the plan. So the first stint was 14 laps. We could have pushed the whole way and divided this race into 3 stints of 15 with no fuel saving if there wasn't the threat of a safety car. So first stint was 14, leaving 1 in the bank just in case the safety car came out then and there. And from there I did a 15, giving me 16 to go at the end, and that was sort of the plan. If it was going to be a late one, just I knew that I'd get 16 without fuel saving with the safety car.
Well, that was interesting because that was my next point. We're a little bit uncertain as to whether or not your numbers were spot on, considering that you went 14 and then most of the field went 15 and Yeaman went bloody 17. We weren't sure what sort of tricks he was up to with regards to fuel saving, but we normally commonly associate or expect that from him. So that wasn't necessarily surprising. Maybe the fact that it was 17, not 16. But the other thing that probably worked into your favour as well is you were going to be able to fuel save under the safety car too, if necessary. Were you surprised at how late in the piece that fell?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time it's happened, and it definitely was on my mind and sort of had me second guessing a bit if I could do 17 at the end. I forget which race it was, but there was one earlier in the season where the safety car came late in the piece, and it was sort of anyone who had already boxed was in the hot seat. So I was sort of thinking about that, trying to be boxing as soon as I could. Whereas if it comes earlier in the race, that's not necessarily the strat.
Yeah, that's fair enough too. Were you as nervous as we were about what could potentially brew from the restart?
Yeah, definitely. The slipstreams seems pretty good in these cars, so that was definitely top of my mind on the restart. So straight onto the push to pass there, just trying to run that out as far as I could, and then coming into turn one, seeing that car coming right up my inside, that was a bit of a brown pants moment there.
Yeah, absolutely, it would have been. And of course, luckily for you, the garbage unfolded behind you. Obviously, we're keeping an eye on the championship fight. You and Adam Lavis. It was 29 points coming into the round. He's finished down in 7th with that late race move from Lockie Capel. So that's probably helped you out in one respect. In another, drop rounds come into the equation tonight. You're going to drop a 0 and a 33. The first 2 rounds of the season, ironically enough. And Adam is going to drop a 33 and a 43. So that'll turn things around. It probably won't be the 43. It'll be the 33 and whatever tonight's result equates to as far as points is concerned, because that was his first finish outside the top 5 since round 1. So it'll be those two. But whatever the case may be, it doesn't take a mathematical genius to work out that that's actually going to give you the upper hand of the championship with 3 rounds to go, mate. How are the nerves settling in now? And how are you feeling about having the top of town to yourself at the 7-round point, 3 rounds to go? You're the one with the target on the back. How do you go about trying to fend off the would-be contenders and the would-be challengers and finishing this job off?
Yeah, just going to have to try and replicate what we've done tonight. I think it speaks to Adam's consistency, how many points he's dropping with the drop rounds. But I think looking forward to the next oval round, I haven't been doing too well there, so that's going to be the weak point to cover off.
Indeed. Thoughts on Texas? I mean, again, different oval compared to Iowa and Worldwide Technology Raceway. In fact, this is the fastest of the 3 ovals on the schedule. How are you feeling about that next Friday night?
I don't know what it looks like, so I'm going to have to jump in and do some laps, I think.
Hang on. You don't know Texas Motor Speedway?
Yeah, it's coming back to me. Old PS1, PS2 games. That's how long it's been since I've driven it, I think.
Wowee. Well, you're in for a heck of a lot of fun next Friday night, mate. It is one of the great ovals on this course. Looking forward to it immensely, and looking forward to seeing you out there in the final 2 weeks of the campaign when I'm back in the booth. I'm obviously not here next week with the GT Pro Invitational finale from Mount Panorama occupying my evening instead. But no, that was dominant tonight. The Long Beach circuit always throws up some good racing, and that was your 3rd win of the season now. Well placed as far as the championship's concerned. Look at the other 2 circuits for me. Tell me what your briefly thinking about Barber Motorsport Park and the Indianapolis Road Course?
Indy's always nice, but I'm pretty keen on Barber. I love that track. It's a IndyCar staple. It's just heaps of fun in an open wheeler, so I'm looking forward to that one.
All right, very nicely done. Anyone you want to thank?
Just the Rennsport guys as usual. That's about it.
All right, mate. Joe, anything from you before we let Steve go?
How do you do it, mate? Like just sitting back and watching, like the gap you can put on, some pretty fast customers. Is it just something about the high downforce open wheelers that gel with you? Is it something that you concentrate your iRacing on this style of car, or is it something about this particular car? I mean, we've seen you be fast in just about everything that looks like this. So is this just the style of car that really suits your driving style, or?
Yeah, definitely. I'm all about the open wheelers, really. So pretty much any I jump into, I'm feeling pretty comfy. Whereas, if I go to a tin top or, anything with low downforce, it's a bit more of a struggle. But anything high downforce, even the prototypes and all that, I'm all across that, and got a bit of time off work this afternoon to do a little practice, so that always helps.
That does always help. Yeah, no, just I think I was said to I shouldn't be muted. Oh damn, I was muted. There's nothing come through. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, no, I was just saying how Stephen's good in open wheelers was the question, whether open wheelers was what he enjoyed, and he answered that. But yeah, I had my mic muted to stream, so apologies, guys. But yeah, look, mate, that was a damn impressive drive. I don't think I seen you get wide or tap a wall or anything. You must have been 0x at the end of the race, I'd say. So yeah, it's hats off to you, mate. That was a pretty dominant display tonight.
Yeah, a couple moments early in the stint, we're running a little deep, but I think this race was just about managing your rear tyres, not getting any slip on them, and I think that pays dividends to the back half of the stint.
Did you change tyres during the race, or was it the same set right the way through?
Yep, every stint.
Yeah, okay. Very well done.
All right. Well, I was going to say, don't feel too bad, Joe. 4 of us still heard what you were saying. Stephen, thank you, mate. Well done. Congrats. Great result. And as I say, good luck next week, and I'll look forward to seeing you in action again in week 9. Thanks for that.
Cheers, guys.
Connor Nixon or Craig Bond. Well, it's not a school night, so it doesn't matter who I go to next. Gentlemen, welcome in. I feel as though we can throw the conversation around the room here because there's a lot to pick apart in all of that. Tip the hat to you, though, Connor, because that was a nice drive, mate, from 8th on the grid up to 2nd. But again, as I said in the call, and I was making the comment in comparison to what Bondi was able to achieve tonight, the fact that he was able to go and stay within an earshot of someone that, does this as his bread and butter. We know you love your IndyCar racing. This might not be top flight IndyCar, but hey, an inch is as good as a mile, right? Solid performance from you, and well done on withstanding the pressure that the boy from Gundagai was throwing at you towards the end there as well.
Yeah, hi guys. It's been a minute. It was cool to.
It's been more than that, but keep going.
Yeah, no, it's been definitely a while. So, I was texting Mark Hilly tonight, going, "When's the Indy next?" And what track are they at? And he was like, "Oh, they're at Long Beach," and I'm at the gym going, "Fuck." Oh, sorry. Going, yeah.
Connor.
Yeah.
It has been a while.
It has been a while.
Right.
But yeah.
$2 in the jar, Connor.
No, I'll PayPal you.
Second F-bomb of the week, by the way. We're going well this week. Someone else dropped one earlier in the week. We're going well. Keep going, Connor. You're all right, mate. Oh, no. Actually, are you still there, Connor? Have you got me? I can't hear him anymore. Is someone muted?
No, I can't hear him. I didn't mute him.
It's all gone to hell on a Friday night. He's dropped out. He's coming back in, but he's just dropped out. Oh dear. Let's bring in Bondi on that. Apologies to we find it extremely funny, but we apologise to anybody at home that might be offended by the choice of adjectives by Connor Nixon. And he was only 23 minutes away from being able to get away with it based on the ACMA guidelines. Take 2. Have you got us now, Connor?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, that's much better. What the bloody hell are you doing over there?
No, my Discord keeps crashing. It's been crashing like the biggest events I've ever done. So yeah, no, it's not great. I need to fix it.
You do.
Need tech support from Dan Yeoman, but no, it's definitely been a minute, and yeah, it's been good to back, get back in these cars and be back with you guys. So yeah, it's all Long Beach, and I was like, yeah, I'll give it a crack. So jumped into qualifying and gave it a crack, and yeah, we were definitely off the pace. I was like, oh, this is not good. So
have you fire suit on, by the way, Connor?
Sorry, what?
Have you got your fire suit on? Because you're getting flamed in the comments.
Oh, am I?
Scotty Rankin might have thrown a flame or two out there, and so was Mr. Yeaman. They all reckon it's convenient an excuse with your Discord, mate.
Oh, it seems like it keeps crashing at any point, but no, but it's good to be back in the car, and yeah, I haven't driven this car much, so it's been good fun.
See, this is the problem when Scott Rankin's got time on his hands. That isn't a problem next Friday night because he'll be with me in the commentary box for the GT Pro finale. Hey, by the way, folks, do tune in for that because we've got some. I'm sure the post-race show will be full of plenty of exciting news and information that we want to share if we're allowed to with regards to 2026. Support provided by Dan Yeoman is only provided to those who don't need a mouth washed out with soap. Yes, that's a fair call too. Or not that I can talk, but anyway, Connor, going back to you, what is it about Friday night and this thing always falling off the rails? No, that was a nice drive, mate. Because for the most part, right, we noticed that you were boxed in the early part, right? Starting, 8? Probably not ideal for you. Probably not a fair reflection of the pace you had towards the end of the night. But thinking big picture, it's about staying clean. It's about keeping your nose clean. It's about getting through and taking advantage of A, good strategy, B, consistent pace, and B, misfortune for a couple of contenders around you. And, of course, we know what happened with Marcus and Bevan off the restart there. But it wasn't completely without incident. You had a massive wall scrape at the end of the back straight, did you not, in the early part of the first stint? Just talk us through that and if the car sustained any damage in that, please.
Definitely.
You can watch it live here if you like to, by the way.
Yeah, Connor.
Yeah, I'll just explain. I'll walk you through this one. So I've had a skill issue right about here and had a lock up. And basically the front wing was pretty damaged. And I said to Dan, I think I've got damage. And he went, has it broken the car? And I went to the next corner and went, well, we're either going to go straight or make the next corner. And for some reason, the car was not completely totaled. But the front wing was just a bit damaged. So every time I turned a certain way, it just felt a little odd. So, but yeah, thanks for Adam. I think he let me go about here, and I'm like, I'll be good. But no, I just had a skill issue out there. So, it didn't take enough apex, and that was about it. Yeah, you can actually see the wheels actually been bent in.
That could have dead set been the end of your race right there and then. How lucky were you that the gods of iRacing were kind to you on this occasion?
Yeah, they haven't been kind to me for the last couple of weeks, so glad it's falling back to my way. But changed a few things on the sim last night, so I think I'm either trying to get used to this brake pedal or I don't know what it was. Bit weird.
What do you make of the Indy NXT, Connor? Because I mean, as we say, when we have an IndyCar series, and it's usually the top flight IndyCar, we know that you just eat that stuff up, right? What do you make of the next gen?
I think it's good. I think it's when it first came out, me and Mark really got into it, Mark Hilly. And I think FDL's doing them next season, hopefully. So, we both got into them, pretty stuck into them. So, we're doing an American series at the moment, which has been really good fun, versing some of the best, which has been really good, like, for, getting your skill level up and really versing the best. So, when we started to do these, Yeah, no, they're really good fun. They're like a baby Indy car as what they've been meant for. The roll bar system's the exact same system, so I'm completely stiff on the rear and then just playing around mid-race. But I like how you guys did the weather system because it was always changing. You'd throw the roll bars all around and, yeah, brake bias you'd always adjust. So it was really good to really experience what I've been experiencing in the States. So, yeah, no, it's a good car. I really enjoy it. I think how they've done the aero system is pretty much bang on, and the grip level is amazing. You can pretty much just slide the car around and have a lot of fun. It's good fun.
I take no responsibility for what happened with regards to whether setup or server setup, but if you're willing to praise us for it anyway, I'll take it. In
Yeah.
saying that, safety car fell very late in the piece.
Yep.
It livened things up, and very quickly you ended up being the beneficiary of that. But how close did you come to being implicated in that same incident that took out Watson and Moyes?
I kind of knew the tires would be super cold. From the experience from doing American stuff, I knew the tires, if they pushed them a little too hard, they end up seeing the fence. So I was kind of like, all right, we'll try and do something on turn one. So just press the push to pass from the start of the restart, and got pretty close to Watson there, and just broke early. So I think his mind kind of think, oh yeah, I've got him. And he's let go of the brake, but he's, just ended up in the wall. So it was a bit of a mind punt, which is what you want at the end of the day. So, just drove through and looked in my mirror, and Craig Bond's there. So I was like, oh, this is going to be good. So, yeah, it was a really good battle at the end. Me and Dan were like, whoa, Bond's got a lot of pace out of this end of the race. So, yeah, credit to him because, I was definitely pushing that whole way. I was definitely not half pushing. I knew Stephen just drove off into the sunset, and I was like, all right, let's try and get Dan into the top three. So unfortunately, he didn't do it, but yeah, Bond did a really good drive. So yeah, no, it was really good, and really enjoyed it.
Actually, to be fair, probably one of the more polished performances we've seen from Bondy, and I actually used you as an example for him to be able to. We're wondering when he was going to string a full race performance together, and I'm going to get to him in a moment because I've got a score to settle with him from earlier in the day when he's sledging me from the comments section in the replay. But in saying that, the fact that he was able to tuck in and follow, I said at one point there, I could see that you were just slowly but surely, gradually, like a car length a lap maybe, getting away from it, and Joe and I were both just cheering him on to sort of like we were trying to hopefully telepathically communicate with him. I don't know what we were hoping for, but we were saying in the call that he needed to just let you go and just focus on his own race and keeping it, not overdo it in the hope of trying to compete with you, because you're very well experienced in this caper. And thankfully, he pulled it together and put a full race result away and bags the third place as a result. Because as you've learnt, as we've seen tonight, as you know all too well from your experience in this caper, see what I mean? Right, that right there, that little smart ass. We'll get to him in a few moments' time. His name is Craig Bond. He's down in Gundagai, and if he's not careful, we're going to skip his interview completely. But just going back to you, Con. What I was saying was, it was very well put together from him in the sense that he could have gone toe to toe with you, but there was no. Yep. There was a lot more to lose than there was to gain in doing that. As you know, the price you pay for getting it wrong around here, by G, it far out does playing the cautious game and just staying in your lane, so to speak.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I remember I did an American race around here in the big boy Indy cars. It was 120 laps around here. We got up to about 50 laps, and I was in a good spot, and I pushed that extra bit after a safety car, and it just bites back. So Long Beach is one of those cases where you're pushing, but if you push that extra bit, you're in the wall. So I knew with Bondy behind me, I was like, oh, he might make a mistake, but he held on. Like I said, I was fully pushing, like you can see there, even behind boys there. I was just really just pushing those rear tires. So in the end, I think I was running like 1 on the rear bar, which is the softest bar to keep as much rear traction as possible. But yeah, no, it was one of those situations where I was staying there just I was trying to not push that extra bit because I think the slipstream's about 1 second. So if you can stay in that range, you've got that extra toe down the straights, and especially with push pass. So it was like if he was in that 1 second, he could stay. And I was thinking in my mind, well, if I pushed that extra bit to get out of that 1 second, I'd be fine. But I was just thinking, look, I'll stay where I am. And if Bondi gets up to me, he gets up to me. And yeah, I think the closest he got was 4 tenths. But I think you need to be about 2 tenths to make a move. So yeah, on that last lap, he got close enough, but I was just on the push pass the whole way. And yeah, luckily it all fell on my lap, which is quite nice.
3 rounds left. As we say, you've been a bit of a sporadic attendee this season. Will we see you back on a more regular basis between now and the year's end or not?
Yeah, me and Woodsy have got some plans for next season. For the end of the season, don't know. I'll try to.
Next season is 2 months away.
I know. But look, yeah, I've been doing a lot of Euro stuff, so I've had to go to sleep at God knows what time in the afternoon, and then wake up at 1 in the morning. So on a Friday, so yeah, I reckon I'll do the end of the season of this. I saw the calendar; it looks very, very good. So whoever's done the calendar have done a very good calendar for the end. So yeah, we'll turn up for the end of it, and maybe for the Porsches as well. Me and Woodsy's want to get back in the Porsche and give it a red hot crack.
I think you're doing it the wrong way around, by the way. If I were you, I'd just be burning the candle and running all the way through to 1 a.m. and then trying to go to sleep after.
I've tried it.
But, I mean, yeah, that's probably the issue with the whole time lapse you have over there on the West Coast. But anyway, we do have updated championship points for everybody in just a few moments, and we'll get to that shortly. But on the way there, Connor, hopefully we will see it on a more regular basis. I know we've got Barbara in Indianapolis to come, Texas next week. But just give everybody an update for those of us that aren't able to stay across your international exploits. I know you've been on the road also getting your music concert junkie on as well, but music groupie, I think they call it. But talk to me about how. Just give us a little bit of an insight into how that international racing is going for you, because this is something we take interest in when someone like Corey Lazarus does it as well, right? We know that he's ticking big boxes on the international stage, but the sacrifice within that is that we're not seeing him on our grid as often. Same with you. He's getting up at Sparrows Fard, etc., and so forth, right? To compete on the international stage, because he sees the merit and the importance and the opportunities that could potentially stem from being exposed to that market, right? From your standpoint, obviously, I'm expecting you to tell me that it's a step up from what you do here on the platforms of the GSRC. But just how much are you enjoying that challenge, and just how much work has to go into that, and what are you actually gaining out of it, mate?
Yeah, so I'll start right at the start. So yeah, me and Ben Wood started off in Apex Sim Racing, which we were doing GTP multi-class racing, and that was just a bit of a step up from everything in Australia, but it was a starting zone in Europe. So we started off with that, which was good. They were Saturday morning races, and that was good. So I dipped my toes into the prototypes and multi-class, and then Lockhart Brownlee, which you guys probably know him. For those Apex races, we were probably doing about 4 to 6 hours worth of prep. And then Lockhart came to me and went, do you want to do Ivra? Which is a massive step. Like all your big teams do that. Williams, Ferrari, esports, pretty much anyone you could think of in esports are basically there. And he was like, do you want to do it at LMP2? So I was like, yeah, sure. So we ended up qualifying into Ivra. So we've got 2 cars in it, Sam Sutton, Harry Lillis in a GTP, and then Lockhart, Brownlee, and myself. And we just did the last round. We ended up coming home in P5. And before that race, I think I did over 24 hours worth of practice, and I think over 250 laps for that one. And yeah, it was amazing. It's such a big step up. And yeah, I think with the broadcaster, I think they got over 4,500 viewers for that one. So yeah, it I love it. I can't get enough of it at the moment. So yeah, we just finished up the season. Well, not the season, but the end of 2025, and now we're going on to 2026, and I don't think that finishes until the middle of the year, I think. So yeah, we've kind of put the IndyCar on the shelf for now, and I'm doing it at the end of this year. I'm doing a bit more, but yeah, but really focusing on the Olympic 2 prototype. So if you guys could bring them into next season, that'd be great, because I'd actually probably turn up for the whole season.
Oi. We don't say no to bribery here on the platforms of the Gentlemen Sim Racing Club, but we don't haggle on air either, okay? So you can have that conversation with somebody in the committee behind closed doors. No, well done, mate. Great drive. Feel free to hang around if you want, because we haven't heard from Bondi yet. But in the meantime, I'm going to, A, ask you to thank whoever you want to thank.
Yep.
And B, open the floor to Mr. Joe Baldwin to see if he wants to throw a question in the direction of his fellow West Australian.
Yeah, you had that battle with Mav earlier on. I think Zach pretty much covered it there, but that was a bit of a get out of jail free card. Even though it knocked the wheel in, it looked like he didn't knock the pace out of it too much. That I know that surprised me, but yeah, what about yourself? I thought this car was quite fragile until I saw that, to be honest.
Yeah, look, it's the Indy cars are a lot tougher than most of your open wheelers. So I kind of hit the car and I moved the wheel left and right, and I was like, oh, I think it's okay. But yeah, it was definitely get out of jail, full monopoly spec. So yeah, no, we got out of that pretty well. So yeah, hopefully we don't do that for the rest of the season. And yeah, we should be okay.
You're going to do the rest of the rounds, notwithstanding next week. Obviously, you're busy next Friday, but you're going to do the rest of the rounds?
Yeah, we should be doing the rest of the rounds. Yeah, obviously with GT Pro, we'll be doing it with Mark Kelly. Completely forgot about that. I haven't even done laps. So yep. But yeah, no, next week we'll be definitely not here. But yeah, after that we'll be here for every round for sure.
Oh dear.
I'm
glad that Jonathan reminded you
usually
about
one
your
comment,
schedule.
by the way.
Oh yeah, no, Tom Wilkinson's definitely been bugging me about it, about GT Pro, but yeah, we definitely need to get onto it.
Yeah, I muted myself again. Sorry, guys, to everyone. It's all right. Kind of heard what I said. Sorry,
exactly. And so did Zach, and so did Craig, and so did Stephen. Although Stephen's muted himself at the moment, but he can still hear everything that's going on.
But,
oh dear. Traeger's having a shocker with that one. But in the meantime, yeah,
I'm not going to mute again.
No, I'm glad that our boys here have reminded you of what your schedule is, so it's clear that they know it better than you do.
Yeah.
When is your next jet expedition and experience of the leisurely variety for concerts and whatnot?
It was going to be Adelaide at the end of the year with all the ODBM boys. They're all going to the Adelaide 500. So I think there's about 6 of them going. I was going to go, but just there's some family stuff going on with my sister. She needs to have surgery at the end of the year, so I just want to be here for the family. But next year in February we're doing the Bathurst 12-hour with Brad Ratu. So that will be a lot of fun, and
yes.
That will be a little bit of dramas, as I would say. So, no, I'm looking forward to that. So, we're actually driving up from Adelaide. So, I'll go to Adelaide, drive up with Brad all the way up to Sydney. So, that will be in February. But for that, I think that's about it. So, hopefully we can do a couple more trips. It's been good to get out and, yeah.
All right, Connor. Well, it's been good to hear from you, and good to have you in the booth. We've had enough of you now, so we'll go to Greg Bond.
I was going to say, could I just quickly say my sponsors?
Go on.
Oh, sorry,
I gave you the chance to do that, and you didn't.
Oh, no.
Anyway, go on.
Just want to thank all the ODBM boys.
Muting his microphone, by the way. Go on.
Just want to thank all the ODBM boys. They've been absolute legends. I think it's close to 2 years now with those guys. Not leaving anytime soon. iLiveries, who do the amazing paints, and Revolution Race Gear, and all the rest of the side sponsors on the car, and for my own sponsors, Sandblock Media, who's on my helmet. So thank you to everyone for them.
All right, Connor, we've had enough of you. Goodbye. Thank you. See you in a fortnight. Appreciate
mate.
that. Championship standings on your screen there, ladies and gentlemen. 271 for Stephen Ball, 237 for Adam Lavers, 222 for Jackson Ray Hunter, 204 for Matt Schmidtke, 202 for Luke Brook, it's 180 for Martin Davis, 170 for Edward Rollo. Quite interesting. There's been absolutely no movement between third and eighth whatsoever. Paul Rogers, 8th, 159. Rocky Capel up to 9th, 159 as well. Is that? No, 158, my apologies. And then Nathan Michael, 147 points. Excellent. Now, am I gonna take the risk? Am I gonna subject myself to more bait being thrown from the direction of regional New South Wales? Apparently, I am. Hello, Bondi. No, let's be perfectly honest. We'll rip the Band-Aid off and we'll be very serious for a moment. That was probably as good a drive as we've ever seen from you tonight. And it's been a while coming because you've been in the mix in a couple of these Indy NXT races, and then you've either had a spin or your rear wings let go or whatever the case may be. You finally strung one together, mate. And as we said, to be able to go and pack a punch with a guy that does IndyCar quite regularly and another guy that's his versatile teammate and keep him at bay, that's a huge feather in your cap tonight, mate. Well done.
Yeah, well, as you see in my story, don't read the bottom bit, Zach. I think tonight actually was the first concluded the time that I've got a podium on every single night of GSRC competition. I think.
Yep.
So for doing this for just over a year now, firstly, I'm really happy for actually getting that achievement now. And yeah, tonight was a really good night. I just drove the tires off the car, and lucky I didn't get taken out with the restart mess that went on at turn 1, but got past that and then just kept driving forwards and had fastest lap for 2 laps or something. So that was another good takeaway. So yeah.
No, you should be happy with that, mate. I mean, as I was saying to Joe, we were actually a little bit nervous for you because you could see the prize. You could see second there. You could reach out and almost touch it, but then kind of started to eke away. And I said it was only incrementally. It was only a car length, a lap or something like that. It was. He was still very much within striking distance. It didn't matter about push to pass and other things like that. He was still there. But we just were keeping our fingers crossed that you wouldn't fall into that trap of potentially overdriving it and bringing all the hard work undone. And thankfully you didn't. Just how hard, though, was it to know that second was there and you just couldn't reach out and grab it?
I'm lucky. I think I had like 2 or 3 moments coming out of onto like that, what you classify as kind of like the middle straight after this double right. I had like 3 big moments there where I almost looped it, but I was safe. But like I was for the entire first stint, I just sat behind Adam for the entire stint trying to save fuel and whatnot, and then didn't try any moves, just sat there, and then that's really all my goal was at the end, unless I had like actual pace against him, like solid 2/10 pace, which I didn't have. So I just accepted that it was a podium, and a really good result. So I just didn't want to lose that and sat behind him. So I wasn't really fussed about where I finished as long as it was at podium. Once I saw I was in third.
Well, yeah, actually, very lucky to be fair. Well, I said to Joe partway through the call that I reckon you and Adam Lavis had seen far too much of one another for each other's liking there, because you were just shadowing him for that entire opening stint.
Yeah, well, there was one time I almost went into the barrier out of, I don't know what corner it'd be, like probably turn 9 or whatever. I locked it in. I think I locked an outside front and almost put it in the wall being behind him, because I think it was Connor put it in the wall, and then I've almost followed him in. But yeah, I was getting a bit sick of the rear wing, but at least I know the name now. Can't forget
In saying that, though, the other point too, mate, there were a couple of moments at that corner up there, I think it was turn 7 on the run towards the back straight, turn 8, actually. You had yes, turn 8, but also more to the point, I think it might have even been turn 4 or 5. You had a couple of moments where that thing just wanted to send you. It was over controlled, really, for lack of better words. We saw that you were on the limit. The car wanted to snap, and you managed to catch it. Just how heart and mouth were those couple of moments there? I'm sure Joe will be able to find a couple of those on replay, but we were having a look. We were riding on board with you at the time, and we just saw the car snap and want to send you hard right, but you managed to hold on to it somehow.
Oh, I don't even know. Because I don't really get much notice when any of that's happening. Because honestly, I reckon my current sim setup is actually probably a bit not enough for what I actually need and where I'm at as driver. But yeah, it was kind of like just quick surprises there, and I kind of was just guessing what to do with how to save it and stuff because of that. But yeah, it's happened way too many times for my liking. But held on to it, so maybe the rally driving I was doing earlier actually paid off.
Well, when you go back and watch it on replay, you'll see we got up and about here in central commentary watching those moments. But yeah,
seems like
overcorrection was the term I was looking for, Joe. Sorry.
Yeah, so like every time we went on board with him, you were getting it snapped out sideways or just barely rubbing the wall, and we're here going, ooh, yeah. So yeah, no, it was a good drive tonight, Bondi. Very probably one of the most mature drives we've seen of you, mate. You just sort of climbed up through there, minimised some mistakes, and you got a result out of it. So we're definitely cheering you on with the luck that you've had the last few times you've been in a good position for a good finish. And whether it's by accident or design, you've thrown it away with a couple to go. So it's good to see you get one home at the end of the night.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, really good. I've definitely changed, just being more relaxed and taking the positions. No need to overdo it like I did there with staying behind Adam, staying behind Connor. Easily, if you went back 6 months, even 1 month, those are moves I would have sent every day of the week and would have taken both drivers out. So, long way I've came as a driver and really pleased with that.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, and like you're always here to finish first you must finish. So you've had a third now, mate. So you can go up from here. Well done.
And on the subject of finishing first on race day, Ford RS 500s in the Mountain Men tomorrow night. For those of you that missed the wheel spin a little bit earlier on in the broadcast as well, see how I did that. Now, Bondi, hairy restart. Just how lucky were you? What was the view like from your cockpit of Marcus Watson and Bevan Moyes getting to know one another far too well?
I don't know. I think being in air in front of Queensland kind of helped that. Just having a bit more
Bondi.
insight. Yeah, it's actually I got a 4X from it, so I just went past, got no damage, but somehow I got a 4X from it, which would have been a 0X
for being a smart ass. Yeah, that's good.
Throw that in
hey,
there.
I said it serves you right for being a smart ass. Now, the 4X, that is. Luckily, at least it didn't trigger a drive-through penalty or anything like that, mate. I know we're having some. I'm having some fun with regards to the banter here, but we wouldn't have liked to have seen the race be determined by a 4X for no particular reason apart from the nature of network and matrix and other things like that. But hey, how much? See, this is the thing, right? Adam Lavis was in here having a chat to me after Wednesday night's broadcast, and he said, bloody hell, how despondent was Bondi? How sour grapes was Bondi after the Trans Am, right? And you were flat, right? But the supercar and now this, the confidence booster you probably needed, really.
I wouldn't say that. Wednesday was just rough. That penalty I got from the Trans Am incident, I reckon, was a bit much, and I think that's what put me in the mood, especially being so tight on the points. Just, I want to make it. I want to get to the end of the season. I want to prove that I can do it clean. I've done it every night, and then I just get driven into the side of, and when they're totally offline, which set me off, and then, yeah, but to come back from that with the 4th in Supercars, and then tonight, Porsche Cup went really good last night. So yeah, it's been a pretty good week. One of my most successful, I reckon.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell me now what the weekend looks like and whether or not you'll come in, even though I'm not here commentating, and I know that's probably, incentive for you sometimes, to jump in and have a steer. Even though I'm not here next week, there's still the opportunity for you to go and make it third time lucky on an IndyCar Oval, Texas Motor Speedway. And if not, what else does Craig Bond's racing schedule have in store for week 8, mate? Because we've now got the weekend to catch our breath, regroup, refresh, relax, recharge. And then, of course, it's a big final 3 weeks home. But what does week 8 look like for you?
Well, I reckon I'll end up doing Monday to... when am I working? I don't even know. I only do a Monday night. That's kind of lame.
Well, you weren't this week.
So yeah, got cut back. Pieces of crap. So yeah, I think I'm doing Monday.
He's not salty at all.
I do double duties on Monday, and I'll Stefan try and get Porsche Cup in on Thursday when I get home from work. Friday, I'll be away at Wagga for karting, and then that weekend's karting to wrap up the 3-time club championship for me and bring to an end this year's karting.
All right, very nicely done. Anyone you want to thank before we let you rock and roll and put me out of my misery?
The gents for holding the amazing events, the broadcasts, you for dealing with me, even though you're an hour behind me.
Yep.
All my personal karting sponsors, Vuco, South Gundagai Automotive, Gundagai Tilt Trays, Bond Motors Gundagai, Riverina Go-Kart Centre. I think that's all. And then my own brand, Craig Bond Racing. So yeah.
By the way, and
Wagga Car Club.
Promise. Yes, correct. That promise I made earlier in the week, and I can't remember now the context of it and why, but I did promise to come and sort you out in person in Gundagai. Going, just give you a little bit of a clip behind the ears, just to get you to respect your elders. You're getting very close to that coming to fruition, by the way. Very nicely done. Hey, good to catch up with you, mate. Seriously, I mean, we can banter as much as we like and sledge and whatever else, but that was very impressive, and even more so, mate, I guess being able to fend off the hard-charging Dan Yeaman as well, because we know what he brings to the table, and he openly acknowledged that, lap traffic didn't help his cause, but also you were too good. You withstood the pressure that he applied. So well done on all that. Take a lot of positives out of tonight. Tick those boxes and take that confidence and momentum and run with it into the final 3 weeks of the season. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, thank you. You too. Great racing by everyone tonight. I think this week all started off my good luck charm on Monday night, didn't it, Zach? Well, went so good.
Would we? Do we want to elaborate on what a good luck charm is, Craig, or not?
That can stay between us.
That's what I thought. All right. I know what his good luck charm is, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not going to say any more on that note. Hey, go well, buddy. Thank you.
See ya. Have a good one.
Oh dear. Bloody teenagers. Joe Baldwin, some final thoughts from you. What a night.
Yeah, look, it's been a great night of racing. We, certainly enjoying this series. Like, I think it's been a great car. Like, it's, I don't know, it just sort of suits the club and what the club's